Welcome to our used 2016 Chaparral 336 TSIK. Starting right in the back bumper here, just kind of reach in, pull that cap out of there. You're going to find your sewer hose. Take note of those two ears in the adapter here. It's how I'll be hooking it up to your sewer system. And the hose itself, once fully extended, is about 20 feet long. Just keeping it stored in the bumper back here to help keep any sort of stench out of the unit, keep things that bit fresher. That cap's just going to kind of press back into place. Once you got it all in there tight, press it in, and that'll just kind of lock it into place. Step down the side here and you're going to find your rear stabilizer jack. So that's all electric. You can press and hold extend, makes its way down. So as you can see, it does just equalize itself. It's not going to level the unit, it's just going to stabilize it. So once it's down all the way, we'll hear a little bit of a load on the motors. Once we get to that, we'll stop. So that load right there is where we're going to stop. If we were to continue extending, you do actually run the risk of stripping the gear set right out of the motor here, which of course you don't want to be doing. Again, making our way down the side, you get a little antenna right there, so that's of course just for your stereo inside. About a couple of steps forward, we get the vent for your stove. So of course propane stove is putting off fumes whenever you're using it, so you just want to make sure this vent out here is opened up, allowing the fumes to then make their way outside. Right. So with that vent open, you can turn on your fan inside to evacuate said fumes. Once you're ready to go traveling, you're just going to kind of press it back into place. Then you can hear it kind of click back in, just prevent any sort of dust from kicking up in there while you're traveling. 2 service ports and vents for your fridge right there. Nothing back there for you to worry about, it's just service ports. Another couple of steps forward, we get the exhaust for your furnace. So if you're ever running your furnace, you just want to make sure it's not blocked off. It does get hot. Kind of straight up from there, you get your power inlet. So as you pop that on open, you're going to find a little metal tab in the bottom corner there. It's going to line up with this metal tab here. Press those in together, little 1/8 turn to lock it down. Then you get the threaded collar in the back there to really lock it into place. Following the cord back, you're going to find a standard 50 amp end there. Now some campsites will have that, some won't. Right? So we do provide you with this adapter here, so you can just plug into that, turn that 50 down to a 30. Most campsites will have that. You can just plug straight on in and you're good to go. Do keep in mind that when using this adapter, you've lost 20 amps of power, so you'll kind of really restrict your electrical appliances. Down underneath that, we get your sewer system. So that cap, you just kind of press on it. You can turn it on out of there. It's got the same ears on it that your sewer hose had. So the hose will attach the same way, just clicking it in, turning it until it locks in. And this right here, I believe, is actually a hose carrier. So we do have that brand new hose in the back there for you, just kind of an extension here from the previous owner that we've left there as well. Up from there, you're going to find your hot water tank. So you're just going to take that keyway there, line it up, and you can pop it on open. All your controls for turning this guy on are just inside of the unit. Before you ever turn it on though, you just want to hit this relief valve right there. Make sure that bit of water comes out. That bit of water coming out of there is just letting you know this tank is full. It's safe to fire it up and you're not going to burn anything out by doing so. Once you're done, just close it back down, lock it with the keyway. Again, you get the grill there, just kind of prevent anything from kicking in there. And remember, it does get hot. Storage compartment here just flips on open. Right in the back, you get a little T-latch. Just holds it there for you. And then on the right side here, so right on the right side there, we've got a little light on the right side there. Does that light up top. The light switch on the left does that light up there. So as you turn it on the first time, you get a little blue light that kind of illuminates there. If you turn it off and then back on again, you get the proper light there. And then of course, off is off. Hit it again, it just goes back to the blue light and just kind of cycles back around. Down below that, you're going to find your TV and cable hookup on the right there. So coax cable plugs into there, fires up at your TV location. Right beside it, same idea, but for satellites. Up top, you get your GFI protected outlet. So recess just inside of the unit. Your water system is all in this top right corner here. So you do have all the nice little labels there, so you can see with the 2 valves pointed up, we're in our city water or winterized hookup. So city water is just right down here. You're to pop that cap out of there and stick your water hose into there, turn on the water. That'll pressurize the lines throughout the unit. If you're looking to fill your freshwater tank, you'd have your city water hose still hooked up to there. You'd take the 2 hoses and then you'd take it to that tank fill position. So this one on the left would be up, the one on the right is going to then point sideways. For system use, to run the pump, you're going to use that top right corner there. So this side will go sideways, and then the one on the right here will be pointed up. That little inlet right there, if you took that cap out of there, this water hose right here will then screw into that. You can turn on the water pump, and that'll allow you to winterize the unit. So the other end of this hose will just go into your antifreeze jug, and you can then pump it through the unit. You get your outside shower here as well, so hot and cold water there, as well as the hose for it down here. So you just push that quick connect collar back, attach your hose, and there's your garden hose, right? You do have a standard garden hose end on it right there, so if you're looking to put some sort of attachment on there, you can. These two drains down here, those are just low point drains. So you do have the valve there, you can open that up. There's also a little cap on the bottom side of the valve or the water line here. You're just gonna unscrew that and allows the water system to drain itself out. So before winterizing the unit, you just wanna open those up, drain all the water out before pumping your antifreeze through. Right above your city water connection is your black tank flush. So you may notice over time after having gone and dumped your black tank, your monitor panel is still reading 1/3 or 2/3, whatever it may be. Typically it's just some debris hanging inside of the tank causing that misread. So what you're gonna do is take your water hose and plug it into there, turn on the water and open up your black valve right in the top here. And that'll just flush out that tank, getting rid of any sort of debris that could be causing that issue. So the body waste up top there is of course going to be your toilet. The 2 liquid wastes are going to be inside referred to as your gray tanks, and those are going to be filled from your sinks as well as your shower. Up top here is your water heater bypass. So with that off to the side, that's it, just running the water heater normally. If you're to turn it up and bypass it, that's then just eliminating your water heater from the water system. Right beside that we get your open storage compartment. So there's another little light up there. You can see it straight through to the other side. You do get a water hose here as well with a little park adapter. So your 30 amp adapter will plug into there, 15 amp to a standard household outlet. So if you're looking to charge your batteries or run your fridge, you got the power to do so. A couple of manual overrides in here as well. So that's just a 3/4 inch end on that. The one in the back side is going to be for your power stabilizers in the back as well as your spare tire. We'll show you that on the other side there. This little red switch right there is going to be your battery disconnect. So with that off to the side, that's it turned on. If you're to then turn it so that it points up, that's your battery then disconnected from the system. This door right here, as we open that up, is your propane tank. So just standard barbecue style tank, you just turn that knob to open it up. On the side here, you're going to find your changeover. So with that arrow pointed over here, it's just letting us know we're running off of this tank. With that green indicator there, it's letting us know we're running off of this tank and we've got propane. If it were to go red, it's just letting you know there's no longer any propane in that tank. You just flip that switch change over to the other side, run off of the other tank while you get this one filled. Right here is just access to the manual override for your front stabilizer arms. They're on the front of the unit. You get another little sight glass in here. This right there, sorry, another little light in there. This right here is just kind of a vent for your battery, so you just want to make sure it's not blocked off. Down below that we get a solar panel plug-in, so you pop that open, a freehand solar panel plug into there, charges your batteries. Down underneath that you get your landing leg controls, so this is what if it were to die, you're going through that manual override on the side. You've got to extend and retract. Do keep in mind with these front landing legs though, you do have these strong arms attached, so before you run those legs up or down, you just want to make sure that these T-handles there are loosened off, allowing the bars to telescope inside of each other. Once you have it set, then you can lock them down, just holds them firm. 2 latches there, and you can open up this front compartment. It is pretty well just open storage. Your battery is housed inside of here. Empty box back there, but if you're looking to go to a second battery setup, you can just install it right in there. And then this right here is just a air conditioning cover that the previous owner has left, so we've left that here for you as well. Otherwise, just open storage. Around to the other side of the unit. And we got the other end of your propane compartment there. Same sort of style of tank here. Straight up above that, you've got an exterior TV mount, so you just slide your TV into there. There's your TV. You get 2 exterior speakers out here as well. Other end of the storage compartment flips on open. You get the magnetic latches to hold it open. On this side here is just kind of access to your central vacs. The previous owner just kind of hung up the key right there for you. Open it on up, and there's access to your central vac. So if you've got to change your bag, it's just right in there. This is just kind of a little storage compartment, so if you pull that knob and turn it back towards it, you can see she opens up. Okay. That bag right there has an adder room inside of it, so that'll just hook up to your awning, allows you to kind of expand your living space. GFI protected outlet, again reset just inside of the unit. And then making our way down the side, right around the back here, we've got access to your spare tire. Just that one rod that I was showing you inside, it just attached to there. You can run the spare tire then down. And then right in the back of the unit, you do have the tailgate storage system. So there's just a pin over on the left side there. You'll undo that, and you can then flip the tailgate down. And then you also get the ladder back here, so you can get up top and check all your seals. And then lastly, right in the center there, you see the previous owner has installed a rear view and observation camera. Our monitor is just inside. We'll show you that once we get there. So now I'll make our way inside of the unit. And your assist handle, you're just going to pop that up 90 degrees, and it falls into place. Then you can open up the door. The door has a little T-latch right in the back there just to hold it open, similar to what you've had on your storage compartments outside. The steps, you're just going to grab that handle, flip it on back, flip that last step over. You can step on inside. And first things first is right on the left there, you got your fire extinguisher. So that's standard, pull the pin, point, and shoot. Kind of straight up on the wall from there. So your light switch is on the top right here. You're going to press that entry light. It does pretty well the entirety of your interior lights. Porch light in the center there, will do that one right above. And then the scare light is kind of right up front towards the unit, right behind the awning arm. So in the top left corner here, we've got these 3 light switches. You turn the one on the left, that does your island pendant. The one in the center here does step light. And then the one on the right there will do your awning. The awning itself is on this switch down here. So you're going to press and hold extend, and that awning will make its way out. Once that awning is fully extended, we're going to see a little black flap come down, as well as the black of the metal tube. Sorry, the gray of the metal tube. Once you see that, you're going to stop. If you're to continue extending, it can actually wind itself up backwards, in which case your fabric will be underneath the tube, allowing it to then hold water, accelerating the growth of mold and mildew. So that flap's just a little sticky there with the water today, but it would have come down right about there. And there's the tube. Now if it were to start raining, it's of course going to hold some water anyway, so what you can do is grab either arm, front, or rear. You're just going to pull straight down on it, making sure this knob here is loose. Once you have it in the position you like it, you can then lock down that knob, and then that changes the pitch of the awning out at the head, allowing water to then run off. Now if you like that angle better, because it does give you more shade, you can do the same thing with the arm at the front. Before you bring it back in though, you just want to make sure these arms are back out straight and fully extended, just so you're not running the risk of bending them. I will point out real quick just where your adder room will slide into. So if you look out at the head, you've got kind of that one open space right here, right there. You just be sliding it into there until it fits into place as you like it. So once you're done, you're just going to press and hold retract. That awning will make its way back in. Again, you're just watching to make sure that your fabric's over top of the tube. Another thing to keep in mind if you're awning is once you get up to about 15-20 kilometers an hour wind, you do want to bring it back in just because it catches all that wind and you do run the risk of bending your arms. That of course does not apply if you've got that adder room installed, just because that'll hold it down. So in the bottom right here, you've got your water pump switch. So as you turn that on, just turns on your water pump, drawing out of your fresh tank to pressurize your lines. Water heater controls are right beside it. So in the bottom right here, you get gas. You turn that switch on, fires it up with propane. If that little light there were to come on, it's just letting you know it hasn't fired up at that point, just off and back on to reset it. Stood right here, you can hear the click of the igniter and the whir of the flame. We know the tank is good. If you're looking to turn it on with electricity, you just got that switch there, flip that on, fires it up with electricity. Simple as that. On the left side here, you get your slide out switches, so press and hold out, and the slides will make their way out. Once the slides are fully extended, you're going to hear some clicks from the motors letting us know they've reached their stall. Once you hear those, we'll let go. Just like that. The main slide out on the left here, do the slide beside me. And lastly, the bed slide that's right in the center here. Just press and hold out, same thing. A little bit different slide, but audio is all the exact same, so you will just hear the clicks. There we go. A little bit softer clicks from that bed slide out. It does give you the same clicks though. Above that, you get your monitor system. So your fresh tank's on the left there, so you can see we're currently a third. As you fill that up, you go to 2/3 and full. Your battery, so you can see you're currently C for charging. G would be good, F is fair, L is low. For your black tank, you only have the one, so you're just going to be using black tank 1. So you can see we're currently empty. Same thing as your fresh. As you fill that up, it'll go to 2/3 and full. Black 2 is non-existent. Gray 1 is going to be your bathroom, sink, and shower, I believe. Gray 2 is going to be your kitchen sink, and auxiliary is not hooked up. The big switch on the right side here, you turn that on, does your ceiling fan in the back. Into the kind of storage space here, and you get the light switch right in the front there. Does all the kind of lights up top as well as underneath. Storage on either side here. On the right side here, this is where you're going to find your monitor for that rear view camera, as well as a tire minder, so I believe that's just a tire pressure monitor sensor. A couple of other things back there the previous owner had left that may come in handy with the units. We've left those here for you as well. A bit more storage right in the center there. All the drawer space down below. So here's where you're going to find your central vac. Got all your hoses in there, a couple of extra bags, all that stuff. On the left side, just open storage again. Bottom right there, got your converter. Press the top and center and she pops on open. All of your breakers on the top here. Whenever a breaker breaks, sits in the middle, so just turn it off and then back on to reset it. On the right side's all of your fuses. Whenever a fuse pops, you'll get a little red LED right beside it, letting you know exactly which one went. Then in the kitchen at your fridge here, so you get freezer up top, power button's right on the left there. Right in the center you got auto and gas. So on the top readout here you can see you got the little dot on the auto side there, so it's currently running on auto. Auto is first going to be looking for AC power. If AC power is taken away, it'll automatically flip over to gas. If you're out dry camping and you want it running solely off of gas, you're going to hit that auto LP button there. You can see that little button, that little indicator comes over to the LP side, so it's just letting us know we're running on our propane now. If it were to ever not fire up on propane, it will give you kind of a little audio beep, so you'll be able to turn it off and back on to reset it. Temp selection's right in the top right there, so you can see 1 through 5. 5 is going to be coldest, 1 is going to be cold. Power button there, turn it back off. And then your fridge down below. A little bit of pantry space here as well. Microwave right up top there, just standard, just like home, not much I'm going to teach you there. Down below that's your range vent, so you get your fan as well as your lights. This is that fan that you want turned on, the flap outside opened up. Then you can take that knob there, turn it into high, hit it with the lighter, and she fires right up. Sorry, hit it with the sparker and she fires right up. Once you're done, just turn it all off. You do also get a stove cover back here, so you're just going to kind of pick up on that and fold it down. Flips on over. Pick it up, you're just picking up the back there, folding it over, and it sits back into place. On the left side here, there is a little switch there, so you can get that light up top. A little bit of storage on the left side here. There is a power outlet in the back there. That is, of course, for the microwave. A bit more storage down below. For firing up your oven, you're just going to pop it on open. You get the knob on the top right, you're going to press that in, turn it in towards pilot, and press and hold. Grab a lighter, which I don't have today, but then you'd be going towards that little light, the little outlet right in the back corner here. Hold your flame right there while pressing and holding that knob. Once you get that flame going, you're going to press and hold that knob for another couple of seconds, then you can release the knob. The flame will then hold itself. Turn up to your desired temperature and she'll fire right up. Down underneath that's just a little bit of warm storage. And then in the island here, you get of course your 2 sink covers there. Dual basin sink, as well as the mobile head with the shower head feature there. Right. So that's just the last of the antifreeze. We'll pump that on out of here for you. We also have the shower head feature. Right. Underneath the island is a bunch of storage there. Just being mindful of your drains and your water lines. Of course, don't want to be breaking any of that. On the right side here is just kind of that drawer storage. Into your pantry. It is just the pantry space up top. You get a little light in here as well. Again, just more drawer storage in the bottom. And before we do the entertainment unit, we'll come right to the back corner here. This light switch right there is going to do kind of these 2 top lights, the one underneath, as well as the ones just ahead of your ceiling fan there. Into the entertainment area, you get the light switch on the left. There's the 2 lights up top, a little bit of storage up in the back there. This previous owner left the TV mount here for you, so if you've got a TV that'll fit into those kind of 4 mounting spaces, you can of course just hook your TV right up, power outlet for it, and all of your other outlets for it as well. They all just run right down and through underneath. You get another little kind of TV mount there, so this basically slides up. This will then slide into here, locks it into place. So if you're looking to mount the TV anywhere else in the trailer, you do have another mount for it. In here you're also going to find your outlets for, the kind of outlet for the antenna. So you get your power button up in the top left there. You can see it then turns right on. And press and hold search and that'll search it. So search for your best channels. Then you can also hit the 2 bottom buttons there to kind of just adjust it. In the back there, I do believe those are hooked right into your stereo for you. And then a little remote for the stereo here. Right beside that is going to be for your fireplace. So that's just right down underneath, of course. You do have the big power switch on the right side there. You're going to turn that on, and then you can hit the power button there to turn it on. Hit the dimmer there, and you can select your kind of flame intensity. Yes. And then in the center there, you get heat, so you get off, low, and high. So it's basically just choosing what your fan speed is. Temps right beside that. As you hit that, you can adjust from 63 up to, I believe, 82. And then it's just back off and around again. On the right side, you get a timer of 1 hour up to, I believe, 6, 8. Power button there, turn it back off, and then you just want to hit the big switch right there again. Open storage on either side. And then in the back, so right above that little light switch, you get a couple little lights, or you get a light here as well. Same thing on the other side. Switch is just over on the right side of it. Blinds throughout the unit are just on a tension system, so they just kind of sit wherever you leave them. That red handle right there signifies emergency exit, so you pull it towards you, slide that wide open, hop on out, of course bringing the screen with you. Open storage across the top. This couch here does fold out, so you're just taking your back cushions, throw them off to the side. This bottom cushion is going to come up and out. Folding these legs over. That back cushion will then fold down with it. And then if you wanted to, you could take the backs, kind of fill in the back there as well. Otherwise, there is your bed. Once you're done, just flipping that back up. Pick up the foot and fold the legs back in half, and then it falls into place. Cushions are all just on that Velcro strip, so they sit in nicely. Right, and there's the bed. Little cup holder on the side, as well as this side here. Light switch right on the side there does the lights above these recliners here. So you pick up the center there, you get a little bit of storage space. I do just recline with the pull tabs on the ends. Open storage. Another push button light right in between. And then above the dinette, another push button light. This does have a leaf in this chair, or sorry, in this table here, so you're just going to kind of pull that out. Set it up into place then. Kind of extend it. Once you're done, just pull it out, slides back into its channel, tucks back away. And so there's going to be your central vac hookup right into there. Right beside it's your LP detector. Propane's heavier than air. It sits on the floor. That guy detects it and starts going off just like a smoke detector would. In the hallway, you do get a little light switch there. Right beside it is your thermostat. So you're going to press that power button there to turn it off. Hit it again, it'll come into fan speed. Typically, you're just going to be leaving it in auto, unless, of course, you're just looking to move some fresh air around. Then you can select your high or low fan, and that'll turn the air conditioning fan on high or low, and just move some air around. Otherwise, just leave that in auto. After fan, if you hit that mode, it'll come down into cool, selecting your temperature just with the arrows there. And that'll turn on the air conditioner. With the air conditioner going, you basically have two different options. You can have this louver here closed, in which case we're using all of the ceiling ducting to move our air. Or you can open it up and then it just dumps all of its air in the living room here. So when you first get out to your campsite, you want that opened up, cool off this air as quickly as possible, then you can close it off and start moving the air to go out. So after cool, if we hit that mode button again, it'll come out of air conditioning and come into furnace. So it'll turn off the air conditioning fan and turn on the furnace. Furnace will be moving its air through all of our floor registers. After furnace, if you hit mode again, it'll come down into off, and then it just cycles back around. Right above our heads from here, we've got your antenna, so you're just going to kind of turn this knob to open it up. Once it's up all the way, it'll just kind of stop in place. There we go. Then you can pull down, turn it around, looking for wherever your best signal is. Wherever you find it, you can just leave it right there. Before you go traveling though, you just want to make sure these two arrows in the back there are lined up. Then we'll start bringing it down, and that just ensures that the antenna sits inside of its channel. Close it down tight, and there we go. Down to the bathroom. Light switch is just right up on the wall there. You get your medicine cabinet beside that. Down below that's your GFI protected outlets. Test on the bottom, reset on top. So if you ever have outlets that don't work, it's the first thing you should check. Hot and cold water at the sink, of course. Down below is a little bit of storage. Toilet right behind me here. Just gonna flip that open. You get the flusher on the right side. Previous owner did also leave the towel racks there, so we've left those in here for you as well. Roof vent, you're turning that knob to open it up. Back corner, you get the push button, turns on the fan. Some storage back here as well. And then into the shower, you get your travel latch there. You can slide that on open, bring that little rack with it. Then you get your hot and cold water course. Previous owner did install a nicer shower head, so you kind of have all these selectable features, as well as a slightly taller mount. And once you're done, just close it back up. Make sure that travel latch gets back in there. And that's that. So now lastly, into the front bedroom. Up through here, and your light switch is right up on the wall there. You do have a leveler straight up above that. So on the top there, you get that little kind of indicator there. So bring that over. You can see you're almost level, just not quite. You have your solid green, that is level. CO detector, so carbon monoxide is up in the top corner there. In the bed, you do get a little light on each side, just on their own center push buttons. Picking up the foot of your bed, you do get access to a storage compartment. Now outside, I'd mentioned running that 30 amp adapter, you do lose or you do limit yourself electrically. This unit could have a second air conditioner installed. It does not at the moment. If you're to choose to have a second air conditioner installed, it would be mounted right here, and that would kind of be where your electricity is then limited. So in running a 50 amp service, you'd be able to run this air conditioner as well as the air conditioner in the back. Running off of the 30 amp converter, you're only going to have access or usability of the one of the two. Otherwise, right now it is just a roof vent, so you're just turning that knob to open it up, and you do have the max air vent installed up there already. In the back here, you get the little light switch up on the wall there. It turns on little blue accent lights inside of your closet here. This compartment here, if we slide that open, you can see you do have the washer dryer, as well as the little blue light up top. A little bit of storage down below that, and beside that's just more closet space. And then lastly, just right in the back corner here, you get your TV mount. So that is of course all hooked up already. You get your antenna outlet for it, satellite outlet for it in the back, and power outlet in the back corner there. Emergency exit, pull that red tab to get rid of the screen, take this handle here, throw it outside, hop on out. And really, that's about it for this unit. So if you've got any other questions on it, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.